Santa Barbara, California, is beautiful in late September. On September 21st, it was mid-70s without a cloud in the sky. But rather than enjoying the weather, James was leading 17 other members of the Cleveland Cavaliers through a workout that would set the stage for the upcoming campaign, taking place a little more than a week before the start of the preseason. Veterans like Kendrick, Perkins and Richard Jefferson ran with young guys like Felder and Cedi Osman. But if there is anything worse than being cooped up indoors during a Santa Barbara autumn, thus signaling the end of your offseason, it's being indoors and confined to a trainer's table. Isaiah Thomas, more than 3 months before his 19-minute, 17-point Cavaliers debut on Tuesday, was the newest member of the team. But he wasn't on the floor in Santa Barbara. Instead, he spent his time undergoing rigorous stretching routines as a part of his rehabilitation from the hip injury that ended his postseason 3 months earlier. As much as James wanted to swoop in and begin showing Thomas the way with his new team, he stood back and let the All-NBA point guard proceed with his recovery. It was too early, James told Bleacher Report of working with Thomas at his camp. You have to feel it out to see when he's ready. But when he was ready, that's when I came in and did my thing. James admits that had he been confronted with this sort of circumstance in years past, he may have treated it differently. When asked if it was something he had to learn along the way, James nods, saying it's the kind of process that takes time. Videos of Thomas' rehabilitation used determination. He was by himself in a gym, running down the sideline of a basketball court with "Pick Me Last Again" draped along the wall behind him. The trade in his road back to the NBA floor gave him motivation to achieve even more. It started as just working with the medical staff. Then it was light jogging that morphed into faster speeds. Then it was 1-1-1 and 2-on-2. In late November, the workouts moved to 3-on-3 with contact from athletic trainers. Polling the Cavaliers' locker room, the adjectives to describe the 5 feet 9 inches Thomas are endless. Kevin Love calls him headstrong, Jose Calderon calls him a competitor, Dwayne Wade smiles when asked what he's learned about his newest teammate and calls him feisty. He's feisty. It is feisty. To have an injury like he had, to get traded after everything he's been through, you have to be strong here, Wade told Bleacher Report as he pointed to his head. To not give up. His whole story is about not giving up. To be as small as he is and as good as he is, you know he's a tough-minded guy. To see it up close, to see all the work and everything he's been through, we are excited for him. That front row seat, however, didn't include much participation from his teammates. For much of his rehabilitation, Thomas rode solo. While Thomas leaned on head coach Tyronn Lue throughout his process, Lue missed 10 months during a stretch in his career after undergoing microfracture surgery. Love admits Thomas never once asked him about his shoulder injury and rehabilitation process that caused him to miss 6 months. All Love, James, Wade and the rest of the Cavaliers could do was wait for their point guard to become more comfortable with his surroundings and those who would play a substantial role in his next chapter. So, how does a skeptical player with a chip on his shoulder go from parachuting into a preseason workout knowing little about his teammates to singing a Tony, Tone classic with them during a New Year's Eve bash? Just like his physical rehabilitation, Thomas' current comfort is the product of one part organizational culture and one part time.